some good news for you. Hold on, I'm just popping on for a quick minute. Hey, how you doing? Good. Oh, wonderful. Hey guys, sorry about that. Hold on.
They're talking, that's in Santo Domingo.
What's in Santo
Yeah,
Domingo?
that's the news they're talking about. No more curfew from Monday down.
Right now, you just
Yeah,
heard it.
yeah. That's
All
they have
right.
in Santo Domingo 24 hours. The president house.
Really? At the president's house?
Yeah, they have the guys, people who work here for the TV.
So, guys, we heard it, but now I just wanted to confirm it. No more curfew starting Monday. That is October 11th. October 11th?
11.
11. No more curfew. Well, what are we going to do ourselves? I just want to say to you guys that when you come to the Dominican Republic, throughout the whole entire Dominican Republic, no more curfew. Hola, Eva. How are you? And another thing, guys, I'm going to be doing a video on a bunch of things. I was just doing a video right now. I'm at Cheers Bar right now, chilling out, hanging out, and I'm with Noche and my buddy Gustavo, and we're chilling. By the way, guys, I do want you to know, because a lot of you guys are coming in, if you're looking for Spanish lessons and you guys already know how to speak a little Spanish from Duolingo, we have this service available for you to have conversations with someone. You know, Gustavo, my buddy, teaches Spanish to people, whether you're on WhatsApp or whether you're here. He can definitely do it through video call or even through voice call. That's not a problem. But a lot of you guys are studying online. And
Presidency.
the president, he said it's over right now
From Monday.
from Monday. So sorry. So you can definitely learn Spanish, but learn it on Duolingo. Like a lot of you guys are doing it. You guys have applications, and I think that's so important because studying every day is the key. But once you have a certain amount under your belt, start using it. Start using it in conversation. I was speaking to a guy the other day, and he said he had 900 days of a 900-day streak. That means he studied every single day of the week for 900 days. And his Spanish, I don't know. I didn't speak Spanish to him, but he told me that his Spanish is not passable. Like he's not able to have a lot of conversations. So if that's like you, don't worry. It really doesn't matter. You can definitely do more. You can learn more. Let me see what's going on here with you guys. Martin, wow. So now it's time to book a ticket. That's it. No mass curfew, no mass toque de quero starting Monday. And that's not just, a light thing. It is a decree. It's not just gossip. It is a decree, which means it has become law. No more toque de quero. Absolutely none. So, if you guys are looking to book flights, let me know. You know, I help you with airport pickup and drop off. If you're looking for apartments, let me know. You know, I'm your go to girl for that. And also, guys, I have been finding a lot of places that are for sale. So, if you're looking to come and buy as well, um, what's this right here? Profe, hello. No more talkie de queda. That's it. That's it. So, guys, I know a lot of you guys been waiting for this. You guys are like, oh my gosh, I don't want to go if there's a curfew. For me, I haven't felt a curfew for like probably about a year, because the curfew has been pretty eased up for quite a while, and I usually am not out past a certain hour anyway. So for me, I didn't really notice, but Now, just hearing it, I'm like, oh my gosh, what are you guys going to do? You guys are going to get yourselves into some problems. I'm joking, half joking. For those of you who are coming down and you haven't been here for a while, make sure you're careful. I have I had a friend that an acquaintance that got himself into some problems and didn't even mean to. He was out somewhere, someone else started problems with him, and he finished the problem and he got put in jail. Like, just horrible. And so some people might get up in your face, and some people may not be able to handle their alcohol. Some people may not respect, the fact that they need to respect others. Some people change when they're drinking. Don't let those people get to you. Walk away. Do not allow your pride to overpower or to take precedence over your common sense. In the Bible, it says, a man's pride shall kill him. It will take you down. A lot of guys can't walk away from a fight because they're like, oh, I can't walk away from that. Run away from it when you are here. You don't want to be in a Puerta Plata jail. What they do is they take you to the Sosua jail first. They take everything away from you. And then the next day they transfer you to Puerta Plata main jail. And in there you are in there packed like sardines. And people poo and pee on the floor and everything. It's not like the jails in Canada and like North America where you get your own little cell. It's bullpen. The pen they call it, like I guess transfer cells. I really don't know too much about that, but you can get yourself into a lot of problems. And you're not going to be pampered in a jail cell the way that you would be pampered in North America. And yeah, this guy had no shoes on his feet, on bare concrete. You have to sleep on bare concrete. And I'm pretty sure there's probably a bunch of pictures on the internet if you check it out on the internet. So when you come here, there's going to be a lot of traffic coming in now. Now that toque de queda, the curfew has been lifted, there's going to be people coming from left and right and up and down, and they're going to be flying in. And I'm pretty sure with no more curfew, they're going to also open up Puerto Plata Airport. There's going to be open it wider with more flights coming in and out. So you may encounter a few people that don't know how to handle themselves, especially those people who haven't been here for a while. Just be careful. If you get yourself into some problems, contact me. Don't worry. This one guy that got himself into problems, this was like a couple of weeks ago. I was at the casino. It was like 1 o'clock in the morning, no, 12 o'clock in the night, or 11 or something like that. And his girlfriend contacted me, and she's like, Cerise, my boyfriend's in problems right now. I really need your help. Right away, bam, out the gate. I gave her the number of a police officer, the number of a lawyer, and the number of, I forget who else. But in any case, I told her to contact those people. And on top of that, I contacted those people at that time in the morning, 12 o'clock in the, 12 a.m. or something. And the police officer answered the phone, and he was like, I didn't call him, but I left a voice note. And he got right back to me, and he's like, no problems. He's like, Cerise, listen, anytime anyone gets in trouble, you just tell them that my country looks out for gringas and gringos. And it's okay. Don't tell them, don't worry about it. Things will be fixed. And that's it. But once it gets elevated, once it gets taken to Puerto Plata, it becomes a whole other story. So don't get yourself into too many problems with the curfew opening back up and everything. I think that's my only message for you guys right now in regards to that, because there's going to be a lot of people coming here, and they're going to be happy, and they're going to be drinking, and they're going to be forgetting that they're in another country, and they may just get abusive with you. I'm talking about gringos and gringas. Fasteo. I'm a creep. I'm a weirdo. What the hell am I doing here? I don't belong here. I know that song. That's Mr. T song. That's Mr. T song. Mr. T sings that at karaoke. Were you here one time at karaoke when Mr. T was singing? Or are you just trying to be cheeky right now? But yeah, that's Mr. T's song. He says, I don't belong here. It's a rock song. You guys know Mr. T from the Educated Traveler channel. He usually sings right here at Cheers Bar. So, for those of you guys coming in, and whether you've been here before or never been here, and you want to come, right now I'm located in a beach town called Sosua. Sosua is actually a municipal. And for those of you who are just coming here for the first time, Sosua has a center, a main center called El Bate. Two words, EL Bate, Batey. There's also many, many more places in Sosua. I live in Charamicos, which is Los Charamicos, which is just over the water. And then there's also La Mulata, Playa Laguna. Oh my gosh, Los Cerros, La Mulata. There's so many other places here. So if you guys want to come here, come on and check it out. Where I'm at right now, El Bate, is a tourist town, a tourist spot. Okay, there's a lot of beaches here, and it's really fun to come here. And a lot of questions I get from you guys: is it safe? It absolutely is safe. 100%. But of course, if you're out minding your out minding, like not minding your business, and you're getting yourself into problems because you're going into certain, barrios at certain area at certain times, of course you're going to call attention to yourself and get yourself into some problems. And that's just logical, right? You don't do that anywhere around the world. But if you're looking to get off the resort, let's say you're watching this because you're thinking about coming and you're going to rent a, like you're going on a resort for all inclusive because you're not ready to come for a month. You're just going to be here for a week and you want to know if you can leave the resort and see if it's safe. It is. I have drivers if you're interested in drivers, and I can set a driver out to get you, and they can give you the price for the day. They pick you up, they drop you off, and I can give you a list of places where you can go for karaoke, live bands, or just a really nice meal, a secluded beach, little places where you would like to go. And it could be fun for you because not everyone wants to stay on a resort for 7 days straight. So if this is your first time watching any videos here in the Dominican Republic, welcome. Thank you. Take a moment to subscribe. I upload random videos, and I also go live to air at random times. But Wednesdays is my time to go live, usually around 2 o'clock. Trying to stick to that one. Let me see here. So, yeah, anything else? I don't know. I just wanted to. The owner of Cheers is in town today. He's over at the bar right now. It's always nice to see him. American Jamaican. Oh, yes, that's what I wanted to say to you guys. There is a bar on the beach for sale. And oh my gosh, you're not going to believe which bar it is. I would buy it if I was not so busy already. But I'm not into any restaurants or anything like that right now. But this restaurant is one of my favorite restaurants. When I say the name, you're going to be like, what? Why would he be selling it? I would encourage a couple of you guys that are actually looking to buy it. Tell him about this video, please. Just tell him you saw the video because it's not even out there yet. He hasn't been putting the word out yet. It's just that he doesn't want to sign another year lease. It's a lot of work for him. Zanzibar, Kerry. He's been running that bar for like, I guess, a year now. It's probably a lot of work for him too because he opened it up during the pandemic and it was not easy. So he's selling it, and he's going to sell it with the whole corporation intact. So let's say you just want to rent the place out. You can work with the owner. He's not the owner of the building. He's the owner of the business. But if you want to buy the business with everything in it, like all of the supplies, like the cooker and everything, then I would say contact me if you don't know Zanzibar. And I can give you Carrie's number and connect you with them right away, immediately. And you can ask them. Also, if you're looking to open up a bar on the beach and you don't necessarily want the one that he has, he can consult you as well to help you open up a bar. Of course, give him a couple of bucks, and I'm pretty sure he'll talk to you about that. But Zanzibar, for those of you who don't know, is it's a place where you can go and get turkey wings, turkey legs smoked, chicken wings smoked, and also gumbo that he was making. Now, I don't know if the gumbo will still be on the menu or anything like that, but you'll get that cooker, the Texan cooker. You'll get all those supplies if that's what you're looking for. And it already is built up. I mean, I did a lot to promote it. A lot of people on the internet did a lot to promote it. Carrie did a lot to promote it. It's beautiful. It has its own theme going on, Zanzibar theme. It's beautiful. It's fancy. I like it. And yeah, I mean, he can obviously give you the suppliers' names. All the supplies go with it. It's being sold, I think, for 35,000 with everything, all the equipment and everything intact, the corporation and everything. Because you do need to start a corporation when you do open. Well, you need to get everything done legally. You can't just open up shop on the beach. And I mean, you can make a deal with the owner. Usually on the beach, you have to pay like a year in advance, but you can make a deal with the owner, pay 6 months in advance, and then pay another 6 months in advance with a 1 year lease. Hey, it might be something that you would want. And for the price of a business, I think that would be pretty awesome. All those cookers and everything like that, that would be awesome. Get a couple of guys together and you guys can all open it together. Let me see. Some messages here. Laura's off grid in Nova Scotia. Hey, Laura. 2 words that I love there. Off grid and Nova Scotia. I love Nova Scotia. My family is from Nova Scotia. My parents. No, Jay. No. Tranquila. This girl's crying for her friends. When she gets the Cheers bar, she just feels like she's going to own it. But I'm not one of those irresponsible dog owners that lets my dog walk around a bar just because they're allowed. No way. A lot of people are eating sometimes, and I don't want to get Noche into that habit. Anyway, off grid. I love that word, off grid. That's what I'm going to be trying to do. Well, quasi off grid. I mean, I do love the internet. I won't lie. And then Nova Scotia is the east part of Canada where my family is from. So that's good. Let me actually read what you wrote there. Laura says, are vaccinations mandatory anywhere there? No, they just wanted people to be 70% vaccinated here before they opened back up, and in every province here. So like Canada, they're called provinces here. Oh, wait, let me turn off the data. Hold on, guys. It might tranquila. Then lay down. Tranquila. Let me know if it's buffering. So so no vaccinations. Who does she see? She's crying for someone specific. So no vaccines are necessary. So there's provinces here, just like how they call it in Canada. And in each province, the president wanted at least 70% of the people in each province to be vaccinated. And then he was going to open up everything. And so that's what he did. Puerta Plata has achieved their 70%, and that's it. And so now they're open. And around the whole entire island, it's going to be open. The sun's coming in a little bit. It's going to be open. Are you guys getting a good feed from me since I changed the data? I was on the data here, and then I changed it over because sometimes it can get a little sketchy. Noche, here, let me discipline this girl for a moment. Over here. Lay down. Right there. Tranquila. There we go. Tú necesitas escucha mí. I speak Spanish to Noche because, look, she's not even listening. Lay down. Ahora. Oh, now she's listening. She's I have to speak Spanish to her because she lives here. She's Dominican. So she does speak a little bit of English as well. Anyway, what did I say? So maybe she needs some water. Anyway, I'm just going to finish this live to air. So, yes, everything is opened up. It's going to be great. You don't need a vaccine. But to get here, you do need a PCR test to enter the country. That's about it for now. Um, I don't know, but I've been hearing a lot about communist Canada, and it's just been out of control what I've been hearing, and it's very sad. And oh my gosh, let's not get into that right now. But here it's completely different. Let's look at some of these more messages. Buddha Bless says, what number is this place on the beach? The middle. If you know where Treehouse is, it's right beside Treehouse. Give me a shout at 829-702-7726 if you're interested in this business, because it might be a very good blessing for you in regards to what's going on. The entire beach is changing right now. The entire beach is changing, and the president will be investing 300 million pesos into Sosua only. So that's going to be a lot on the beach. I also heard from Carrie, the owner of Zanzibar, that the Marriott is getting put up, and those condos are being sold for $2 million. Let that sink in. A $2 million condo in the Marriott right down the street here. I can pretty much throw a rock at it, like in the location that I'm at right now. So those of you who are looking for condos, let me know. I have a condo right now for 50,000. I have another condo for 49,000. I have another one. Two of them are in Europa. I have a couple of studios up the hill by Caribe Campo. So if you guys are going to buy in Europa, it would be a very good thing to do because you're going to be right down the street. You could walk from Europa to the Marriott. Once the Marriott opens and people are going there and they can't afford 2 million for a condo there, they're going to start looking around. I also have a condo that's available for 315,000, and some of you guys might be 315,000 for a condo in Sosua. It's a luxury condo. It's a 2 bedroom and it's on the beach, and it also has a pool there and a lot of amenities. So you don't want to miss out on that one either. That one is the owner's not motivated to sell at all. I have another one where the person is motivated to sell. It's 69,000 up in La Mulata, Monte Vista. It used to be called. It used to be called Las Cañas. Now it's called Monte Vista, and it is beautiful. 1 bedroom, fully furnished, going for 69,000. But the owners are motivated to sell, which means you know what, put in an offer and see what happens. So there are a lot of awesome things happening here in Sosua, and it's only going to get better because the president will be investing. The president was just here about a month ago, and he was like walking around in the streets. He was down on Playa Sosua checking everything out. And he was down on Playa Sosua because he's going to be making a lot of changes to Playa Sosua. Right now, there's a few buildings down there that are pretty much deemed to be smashed down. Like, you can just see that they're not going to be standing. Now, also, along Route 5, for those of you who do know, Route 5, the main road that goes all the way from the airport to Cabarete and Puerta Plata, that place, right there, like above Playa Sosua, I don't know what they're doing, but they have a whole bunch of cows there. And, sí, poco más, por favor. No más café? Okay. Okay, yo pienso. Okay, gracias. So they are doing something. There are cows there right now, and they mowed all of it down. When you see a lot of cows on a piece of land that was just usually like a whole bunch of grass, like up to your hair, up to your head, up to your neck, You can't see the field from the trees or whatever, the grass from the trees, whatever that saying is. And all of a sudden there's cows put there. It means that they're going to build something there. The Dominicans put in a whole bunch of cows there so the cows can eat the grass, and then they just eat and they graze and they graze, and you'll see like 10 cows. Now the cows are no longer there, and it is flat ground. And I think that they're going to go in there, and I believe condominiums are going to be built on Playa Sosua. I really do believe this. My intuition is telling me, and those of you who know that I'm a soul coach and you guys have gotten soul coaching sessions with me, you know my gut usually is pretty on point. So yes, I believe they're going to be putting condominiums there, obviously in the near future, but I wouldn't be surprised if they're going to be doing a lot more like within the next year. So look out for that. And again, if you want to invest, now is the time to do it. Don't wait and wait and wait. A lot of you guys have waited because a lot of you guys were like, oh, Cerise, we were in talks, some of us. We were in talks before the world changed, and you guys were like, oh no, I'm going to wait now. And you guys are like, yeah, I'm going to wait until the world opens back up because the Dominican Republic's going to be impoverished even worse and blah blah blah. And that's not true. Like on my live to air yesterday, I said no, that's not true. The prices are gone up because the Dominican Republic had the opportunity to see that guest tourism is very important to any country, but it's not necessary. Here we were able to sustain ourselves here without tourism, right? I was still renting out apartments for people here, people just on the island, people that decided that they were going to stay and wanted to get out of the hotels because the hotels were closing down, and decided to rent houses and apartments and everything. And those people got good deals. But now the rate's all gone back up again, and it's only going to go up more and more. So if you're interested in investing here, please give me a shout. If you don't have WhatsApp, you can email me, and my email address is the name of this channel, Cerise Fairfax at gmail.com. Give me a shout. I'll help you out. I always rhyme that. I love rhyming that. But definitely look into this beach business because a lot of you guys are asking me about beach businesses. Sincere says, smart move. In a few years, all those small businesses will be pushed out. I think the government wants bigger and better there. You got it. Matt says, what song is that from? Fasteo? I don't belong here. Just put it in Google. I don't belong here, and you'll find it. It's a popular song. Mr. T sings it all the time. Benjamin, if you don't mind me asking, are you mulata, half black and half white? Yes, I am, actually. Well, I am mixed with black from, let me just break it down since you asked. Sorry, guys, for those of you who don't want to hear this. But so I'm Canadian, and in Canada, in Nova Scotia, there's a lot of people from Scotland and natives and also blacks. So the people from Scotland went to Nova Scotia, and Nova Scotia is actually a French word, and it really means New Scotland. So they went over on the Mayflower. My white DNA, I guess, my white side, I usually call it, came over from Scotland. My native, I'm mixed with native, it's called Mi'kmaq, but some people just pronounce it as Micmac. That is the Aboriginals in Nova Scotia. And then there are two types of blacks that came to Canada from America. Some through the Underground Railroad, and others that were fighting for England. So during the war with England and America, England went to some of the slaves. The British went to some of the slaves in America and said, listen, if you fight for us, with us, then we'll give you land in America. You will own land in America, no problem. And then they're like, if you lose, then we'll give you land in Canada, no problem. And they stuck to their promise. So the slaves, my black ancestry that were slaves in America, they went as, they're called colonists, and they were given land in Nova Scotia. So they were kicked out of America. America was like, bye bye, slaves that are rebellious. You're not going to be here any longer. And my family was like, darn tootin'. And they went to Nova Scotia and they were given land and they built land there. And now a lot of those were African slaves. So I don't say that I'm American, black American, even though that's where my black family came from. They originally came from Africa. So there's a little part in Halifax, Nova Scotia called Africville. You guys can check it out on the internet where, the blacks went and then they were given land and everything. And that's where a lot of them were. So I call myself, my black side, not American, but African, from East Africa, Sierra Leone. East or West, I always forget. But I've never been to Africa, so that's my mix. I do call myself mulata. In Canada, they say that's politically incorrect. Well, I don't think it is because here mulata means mulata. It means mixed, right? They call it biracial in Canada. And I don't know. I'm more than just biracial. I'm tres racial. I have three things in me. So, yeah, that's it. A little history lesson and a little fun fact about me. But I consider myself, oh my gosh, I think I have to go for my eyebrow microblading again. But I consider myself a fair-skinned black woman because I identify more with my black culture. I wasn't raised in the white culture. I wasn't raised in a Scottish culture, and I wasn't raised in an Aboriginal culture either. So I identify more with my black culture. So I call myself a fair-skinned black woman. I said that to somebody the other day and she laughed. And I just kind of looked at her seriously. I was like, oh, I consider myself a fair-skinned black woman. And she went, oh. She realized I was serious. She was like, oh, she was a white woman. And she realized I was serious. And then she was like, oh my gosh, maybe, like, it was cute. It wasn't rude. She was funny. I mean, what do you say to a white-skinned woman calling themselves black, right? Okay. Graham Hughes said, got it. Only 7 countries on red list now, and UK and Dominican is one of those. Well, just because someone is on a red list, it doesn't mean it's true. It could be politically driven, okay? China signed a very big deal here with the Dominican Republic a couple of years ago, just before everything went strange. So just because something is on a red list, you should not follow it, guys. Okay, there's a lot out there that people say and do, and they're always, misleading. Okay, just watch the videos here with all the vloggers. Watch the videos here of how we're living life here, whether it's a vlogger or whether it's someone that's visiting here. You'll get the real deal Holyfield of what is really going on around the world once you do your research. That's it. Do your research. You can read till the cows come home. Doesn't mean it's true. Anyone can write anything on blogs. Anyone can write anything in books and skew the facts. Okay? So it's so sad that they are considering this place one of the red zone places. The reason why I think it's sad is because the only time you see someone wearing a mask here is going into the bank or going into like a place where it is required, and aside from that, I think we're all pretty much awakened, and people have gotten their vaccines here. Not only have people gotten 2 doses of vaccines, I think it's called the Sinovac. When the Pfizer came in, people went and got 2 more. They were like, okay, the first one's not recognized if they want to travel to Canada. And so they went and they got 2 more. Let me see here. How about I go like this? They went and they got 2 more vaccines. So people are like vaxxed up here. So why would it be the red zone? And please. Sorry, Graham, but I can't. I have no words for it. I just can't. It's false news. That's that. And I live here. And I see people come off the plane. And because of what I do here, guys, I help people with airport pickup drop off. I get people apartments. As soon as they get off that plane, they tear off that mask. They are tired of the masks and the regulations from around the world. And then not only that, they are bringing all of their whatever here, and then not only that, they're coming here. Don't you think they would be vulnerable to anything that's going on here if this is considered a red zone? Don't you think that there would be people really, really ill? People don't even have gripe right now. The common cold is gripe. People aren't even coughing or sneezing. Their eyes are not watery. Usually during this time of year, September, October, everyone has gripe. No one even is talking about, oh, yo tengo gripe, right? Usually you'll hear that a lot at this time during the year, at this time, but no one. And so, like, you can take it from me. Obviously, I upload a lot, and you can see when I do my live to airs who I'm with and what I'm doing. But we are so vulnerable here because of tourism. People coming in from Italy, people coming in from France, people coming in from Africa, people coming in from China, people coming in from Canada, America, all over. People, this is a tourist area, Sosua, like Germany. I don't want to miss any of those other places where you guys know people are coming in every single week by the plane loads. Okay? So don't you think they would be bringing in a lot of stuff? I think so. And not only that, don't you think if it was a red zone here, within 10 days they would be laid out? Right? Because usually it's a 10-day period for most viruses in regards to the incubation period. And it could hit even before 10 days. So do not believe that. Please, guys, don't do your research. Don't just read and believe. Of course, believe what you want to believe around the world and everything. You're going to do what you're going to read what you're going to read. You're going to believe what you're going to believe. But I'm going to say, also do your research and watch us vloggers here and people who are living here to be able to be the proof in the pudding, right? I think that is the most logical. You guys can come read numbers and everything, but I think at the end of the day, the most important is to listen to people. Norwegian polar bear. Hi, Cerise. Do you see yourself settled in the Dominican, or are you planning moving, traveling anywhere else? No interest in leaving the Dominican Republic. I heard today that Canada requires everyone to be vaccinated traveling. And I said to my client, I was talking to my client on the phone today, and she told me, and I'm like, well, I guess I'll be never going back to Canada. Like, there's, I have family there. It's where my family lives. My children, I have 2 children there. I have 2 grandchildren there. They're all aware that they need to come here to visit me. And I'm cool with that. I'm cool with never stepping foot back in Canada. And especially right now, the way things are going there. I'm not anti anything. I believe in choice, but I'm just anti experimental, right? Everyone wants to go and experiment with that and get their XX. Go ahead and do it. I'm not going to judge you. I'm not going to call you names. I'm not going to put you down. I'm totally vaxxed from when I was younger. I can remember about, my son's 26 right now, but when he was like 16, going on 17 in high school, at that moment, there was a lot of information going around about vaccines, and they were talking about no noche. And they were talking about, it causing autism. So I had my children vaxxed up ever since they were children because it was required for them to go to school, right? So I wasn't anti-vax. But at one point, I didn't go get the last one for him when he was in high school. And when the high school asked for it, they asked for his vaccination card. He didn't have that one last shot. And they suspended him. And he had the public health contacted us and with a letter and said, your son cannot partake in any school at all until he has that one more vaccine. And I said to him, I was like, well, I'll homeschool you, because I homeschooled my son at one point when he was younger. And he's like, no, Mom, you can't homeschool me. I'm in high school and I'm like the captain of the football team. Like, why would I want to, not go to school? So at that point, I realized that, we don't have those freedoms. There was never any choice. Okay. Vaccines were always mandatory. So I grasp that concept. I really do. So I'm not against it. What I am questioning is the fact that it is a brand new vaccine for a man-made virus, right? So that's all. Like, what are we putting in our bodies? It's only my only question, right? But I know a lot of people that got it done. I don't know anyone that has died from it. So I can't say to you, oh, I know people that have died from it. I don't know anyone that's died from the virus itself either. I've heard people dying from it. I've heard people dying from the vaccine, people close to me, but I don't know anyone personally. My stepdad got it, and he still has not recovered ever since he got it. And he got it like maybe 3 months now. And he ended up going into intensive care unit. He's in a wheelchair now. He was as strong as an ox before he went in. And now he looks like he aged maybe about 10 years, 20 years, and he's 70. So I can say that it did affect him. I don't know the hit and the misses when it comes to it. I do know that the government knows that some people it works for and some people it doesn't work for. Some people, they still get the virus after even being shot up. So who am I to judge? I'm not a scientist, and I'm not a doctor. And I'm also not interested in getting all those boosters and all that either. Right now, I've been doing a lot of research on the boosters, and they're talking about not giving it to certain people over 55. Okay, so they are questioning what is going into the people as well, and they are questioning what is going on. So they do know that it is experimental, 100%, but it is hit and miss. So I'm not anti. I don't want you guys to get that from me. I'm just careful. That's all. Before, I used to believe, oh my gosh, there's not even a virus. But now I do know that there was one because I spoke to a lot of people. Cerise, your arms are getting huge. Go on a diet. Don't wait. In denial. Oh, you're so kind. My arms are not getting huge. Actually, I lost 5 pounds. Kudos to me. I think it's because how I'm sitting. But yeah, I'm actually losing weight. Let me show you guys. In denial. I think you're the type of person that I agree with. I don't agree with fat. So that's why I'm not taking your comment personally. Today, I put on Facebook, there was this thing called International Fat Day. And I actually just put the post out today. And I was like, guys, how do we celebrate obesity? It doesn't even make sense to me. And don't take this personally if you're overweight, please. You can see I'm a chub rock myself. But I'm not going to celebrate harming my temple. I'm not going to celebrate obesity. I don't like to see people, women that have given up on themselves. And they're on Instagram and they're taking photos of themselves with cake and a bikini. And they're saying, I love myself. No, you've learned to love and accept the fact that you're not working on yourself hard enough. And I know because I'm not working hard enough on myself losing weight. So in denial, I agree with you 100%. My arms are one of my huge sore spots on my body. My family, all the women that have big breasts, we have big arms. I think that's just a part of having big breasts, right? Your upper part usually has a lot of girth. And then if you gain weight, your arms are going to look huge. So yeah, I would have to agree with you. It's one of my sore spots on my body. My legs are all right. My butt is a little flat, but nothing that a Brazilian butt lift can't do. And yeah, so as soon as I do lose a few more pounds, the skin on my arm is going to be loose. And then after that, I'm going to have to just go, and there's nothing you can do about loose skin. That's going to be a whole other issue. So then after that, I'm going to have to get something called brachioplasty. And that's where they take the skin and they help it to be a little bit more taut, a little bit more tight. And I'm going to be 50 in December. So I want to make sure I do take care of myself. So in denial, thank you for that. And I would like to really see how you look when you're on the streets. You should come on up to me and tell me that you're the one that told me about it. Would love to see how you look and to see how you're taking care of yourself. But yeah, guys, I did post that today on Facebook about being overweight and not celebrating it. I don't think we need to celebrate that. I think it's masochism. You know, my weight comes from chocolate, eating chocolate at night, and wine, and, you know, lack of exercise. I don't even walk at all. So I'm always on a moto. Always. Graham Hughes, no go list. If you turn from DR, it's 10 days quarantine in UK hotel. Yeah, that's why people should just come here and stay here. Laura, yes, DR is going off the list October 11th. Oh, DR is going off the list October 11th. That's awesome to hear. Laura, I can't do PCR test as I would throw up having a Q-tip pushed up into my brain with cancerous stuff on it. Laura, you should talk to Mr. T. Graham Hughes, yes, agree, but no charter flights and 2,000 quarantine, Cerise. Oof. Laura, do you need PCR tests if you are sailing in on private boat or any marinas around there? That's a good question. I haven't heard of that at all. I'm only hearing about airports. Wallace Fuller, hey, how you doing? Cerise, it's not Sosua that's the problem, though. It's Santo Domingo, I think. I think you're right. I've heard this as well, but the whole country now has gone down in numbers. So I don't know why they would be on a list. You know, we didn't even have any problems really with the Delta variant. I agree. My missus wants to return for Christmas for 3 weeks, but can't. Why can't she? I've just signed online petition to the government to release the Dominican from the red list. Oh, 993. Oh, nice. Good for you. Well, you are Dominican anyway, Graham. ATL Rio. Yes, it is. And if you get it bad, it's no joke. It's not a joke. Yes, I think I had it. I keep telling everyone that. I think I had it in October before it was a known virus, right? Like 2 years ago. I was in my bed for 2 weeks. I was living in ProCab at the time. And I was like, what do I have? And I was so shocked that, you know, and I was like getting antibiotics. Nothing was working. I couldn't even put my helmet on. My head was swollen. And I was canceling, you know, appointment after appointment for 2 weeks straight in my bed, laid out. And I was just like, wow. Like, it was a different type of flu. So I do know that it is real, and it just depends. I do feel that a lot of people died due to panic, going to the hospital, going and getting all this other stuff. And if they didn't know that there was actually something out there, then maybe they would not have went on ventilators and the rest of that stuff. They didn't. People panicked, I think, a lot, and that's what contributed to a lot of the deaths as well. Only my opinion on that. Fitness life for me. You erased the comment there. Maybe it was about me losing weight too. Franklin NJ, camera angle was very close and made your arm bigger. Oh, it's kind of bigger. Keith, hola. It is, guys. I lost like 5 pounds, but it's not. I'm not trying as hard as I know I can. Like, honestly, and I'm not doing it in a way where I know how to lose weight. My dad would be so disappointed in me right now if he was alive. But why don't I just stand up and show you guys my size right now? Let me see. Hold on. Let me turn the camera this way so you guys can see better. I'll go over by the table, because I do want to share with you guys. You know, I'm always like on the camera. My body's not on the camera very much. Hold on. So that's the chub on my belly too. And yeah, 50 years old. Of course, I want to go for one of those little operations where I can get myself nice little Brazilian butt lift. A little bit, not too much like how we see the Kardashians getting everything done. Also, I would like to get my arms done, brachioplasty. I'm not embarrassed at all. I'm the first one to admit my body flaws. And it's all because of laziness. No, Noche! Oh, there was a dog there the whole time. Noche! That was the problem. She was crying. Look, let me take the camera over and show you guys. I don't like her running around, but this is her friend. look how she gets. She better watch that cat. Look at her. No, Jay, no. Come here. She's running from me, trying to get a little love on there. Come here. Say hi to Domingo.
Hi, how are you? You okay?
Gustavo. That's Domingo there and Gustavo. All right. Hola, amor.
¿Cómo estás?
Muy bien, ¿y tú?
Bien.
Okay. Hold on, guys. I got my whole setup over here. My laptop, my purse. My headphones fell down. All right. Oh. It's okay. He can come see you, but you're not going to run around the restaurant. I'm sorry. It's not going to happen right now. So if you guys have animals, you just know that here at Cheers, you can bring them. It's dog friendly at this restaurant. Hold on. Most restaurants here are dog friendly. 100% dog friendly. Hold on. Let me just get this camera resituated. So, hold on. So yeah, there we go. Let's get back to the weight loss talk. I do plan to lose weight, but I just got a plan to get disciplined first. Let me see some of your comments here. Fitness for life. You are a smart woman with a warm heart. Please keep up the good work. Aw, thank you. Laura says, I have natural immunity or the antibody for the latest flu or COVID. Sick for 3 days and better. Beautiful. Graham, more risky those procedures than the facts. You got that right, Graham. Fitness for life. I would never talk about your weight. That is your journey, and I don't believe anyone is perfect. Oh, that's beautiful. Graham, VAX. I thought you were putting FAX on purpose. ATL Rio. With COVID, it's when you get the pneumonia in the lungs and can't breathe. That's serious. I believe that little mucus things are inside and they have to go in and suck them out. A doctor from Africa goes inside with like a sucker tube and sucks out all the mucus because there's huge ones in there. Fitness for life. Oh no, sorry. Fitness life for me. Yes. Thank you for your hard work. You're welcome. Thank you. Franklin NJ, you look great. Please don't do plastic surgery. God made you perfect. Vaccine may give you swollen glands in armpits and back of neck. It will go away in a few weeks. Keith, Hannah, Cerise, miss the start of the vlog. Everyone flying in needs to take the PCR test. Yes, that's what I've heard. Graham, whoops. Sorry, guys. Graham, on my wish list is to pull up to the bars on a horse. Oh, wouldn't that be awesome? Pull up to the bars on a horse. Ooh, I like that. I love horses. I so totally would. I'm on board with you when it comes to that. Let's see. Uh, TNA, uh, Carlo Rossi. Sí, sí, rojo. Tu pelo es bonito. So yeah, um, I will be on with you on that horse right there, Graham. No problem. That's a good idea. We'll go bar hopping. Well, horseback riding, bar horseback. I don't know. I'm trying to think of something witty to say there, and it's just not coming in on my mind. So yeah, guys, the toque de queda is done, and it starting the 11th, and you just need a little test to come in. You don't need to prove that you are vaccinated. So if you're not vaccinated and you don't plan on getting vaccinated, you should be cool to come in here if you test negative for COVID. And I think you have to get the test a few days before you come, right? TMI, you look beautiful. Miss you. TMI, thank you. I miss you too, sweetheart. You guys follow TMI? He has a vlog on YouTube and also offers content here proving that shouldn't be on the list here. The red list or whatever it's called. And thank you so much to Graham for putting a petition up to the government saying that it should be out. Graham, you don't live in the UK though. You live in America, right? And oh, Noche doesn't want the dog getting too close to her. She's like her mom, just like me. Loves the love, but is very picky who she takes home. You just barked at him, Noche. Of course he's going to run away. Come here. Come here. She doesn't understand that he doesn't understand that she just wants to play. He wants to take it to a whole other level. And she's just like, I just want to go frolic in the fields. I don't want to go to bed. Okay, Noche. Tranquila. So yeah, guys, let me reassure you that here things are getting back, and, it'll be amazing. ATL Rio, I'll be there next month. Awesome. Graham, I remember the old guy who would ride up to the bars, park it outside, have a good dance, then get back on his bicycle and go. Really? Awesome. Keith, phoned travel agent yesterday, flights from Toronto, no tests to get on the flight to DR. Oh, that's beautiful. Beautiful to know. Graham Hughes, I live in England. I signed a online petition. I didn't start it. Graham Hughes, you live in England? Is that a new, aren't you American? Didn't I meet you and your wife here in Albate when I had the restaurant on Pedro Clasante? I must be confusing you with someone else. Not that Americans don't live in the UK. I mean, a lot of people transfer for jobs. And, let me see. No, English. Hola, Nina.
Hola, hola, ¿cómo? Noche.
Noche.
Hola, noche.
Sí, noche tranquila. Gracias, sweetheart. Yo terminado con este. Oh, sí, pero, momento. Aquí es más mayor. Sí. Gracias.
You have only this.
¿Ah?
Un vino.
Un vino. Sí. Pero yo necesito pagar 300 para una semana antes.
Ah, bueno, también. Yo voy a apuntar ahora eso.
Okay, gracias. I was here last week, and I only like to take out a couple of bucks with me when I go out. I don't like to take out more than what I would spend on myself, but and also for tips and stuff. But last week I was out a lot longer than what I expected, and ended up, spending more money than I expected. So I had one last drink and I said to them, "Can I put it on a tab?" They're like, "Of course you can." So it was 300 pesos. I just reminded them. They're like, "Oh, I forgot." I love that, right? Noche, you need to relax, girlfriend. Tranquila. Is he bothering you? You're the one that called him over to you. Look at her. She's too upset that he's bothering her now. Tranquila. Be happy that someone is paying attention to you, girlfriend. No. Okay. Okay. Enough, boy. Enough. Oh, he's so cute. I would take him home in a heartbeat. Like, no, not like that. I mean, I would take another dog home in a heartbeat if I had a backyard. I think he's just a street dog. No, 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 no. He's trying to pee here to show her that he's hot for her. No. No. Oh, his face is so cute. It doesn't look like it belongs to his body. Noche, he's trying to climb on me. Anyway, giving you guys a play-by-play here. So I just want to say that, hey, how you doing? Talking about men. Someone I blocked. So, yes, decided to get some vino because they have no more coffee right now. But I came here to meet Gustavo. And then after this, I'm going to go back home. I have my fish that I have seasoning in my fridge right now. And I can't wait to get back in the house. I love being in the house. I really do. But I don't know what's going on with this eyebrow right here. Gordo. I want to come again in November. Nice. Mid-December. Nice. Wallace. Not bad for 50. I'd do you. Laugh out loud. What's that? Not bad for 50. I'd do you. Oh. Oh. Wallace. Well, you'd do me? You must be very young. Mature men don't talk that way. No, you wouldn't do me. You do me a favor by not talking that way. And yes, 50 years old, guys. Noche? No, no, no más. Silencio. I'm going to be 50 December 20th. And I'm very excited about turning 50. Just so excited. It's half a century. And I'm going to be able to look back on that half a century and even just look back on my life here since I've been here and, the decisions that I've made for my life. And I'm going to sit at home and relax. A lot of people are like, what are you doing for your birthday? What are you doing for your birthday? Because a lot of people know I'm going to be turning 50 and half a century years old. And everyone, they're like, are you going to have a party? No, I'm not that type of person. I wouldn't know how to have a party for myself. I've done it in the past, but it's not something that I feel is fun. It's a lot of work doing a party for yourself. Like, you have to plan the place, you have to invite everyone. You know what I mean? Like, no, I'll just come out to karaoke. Maybe even, no, it's 5 days before Christmas. And here, 5 days before Christmas is a little different. In Canada, you know what I would do for my birthday every year? One time I planned a party for myself and it was way too much work and I vowed never to do it again, and I didn't do it again. But every year I just get myself a bottle of wine or a nice spritzer or something, and I watch Christmas movies on they're called Hallmark Christmas movies. Some of them have Canadian actors, and some of those Canadian actors are my friends. So, sorry, I just had to yank Noche over here. Come, tranquila. She's screaming at him when he's gone. Then he comes and she yells at him, just like a dysfunctional woman. But yeah. So for my birthday, I watch a lot of Christmas movies. I think it's a very special time of year to have a birthday. 5 days before Christmas, it's usually really quiet. People are usually out at the stores shopping. It's a very loving time of year. People are singing. There's Christmas carols and everything. Beautiful lights everywhere. It's, I think, a beautiful time to have a birthday. So during that time, I'm usually even extra tranquila, extra relaxed. So 50, I think, I don't know, I would really love to just bring it in doing what I do best, sitting on my laptop and watching TV in the background, watching documentaries as well, you know, nothing too big. And I don't want to bring in my new year drunk or buzzed up, you know. Someone asked me the other day, he wants to plan a party for me. He's like, Cerise, I want to plan a surprise party for you. Plan a surprise party for me? And I was like, no, 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 no. Please don't. And he's like, no, no, seriously, I'm going to come. I'm going to tell you that I'm taking you out somewhere. You're not going to know which day it is. It might be the 17th. It might be the 18th, you know, but just like make sure if I invite you out somewhere during the month of December, you're ready. That's not a surprise, number one. And number two, no, I don't want a whole bunch of excitement. Seriously, I'm a real chill person. Look, the dog's back. You know what? Look, I'm going to show you guys. Just to show you guys, for those dog lovers out there too. I'm going to show you. This has a lot to do with human nature as well. Look at, he came back for her. She keeps calling him. Look, he's trying to smell her. And she's like, you better not. Look, he's kissing her. He's sweet. Look at his little face. Trying to get a little play. And Noche's just, look, all over here by me. She's like, no. Now watch, in a minute, he's gonna, what's he doing? Oh, he's sitting down. He's listening to her. He's taking it easy. Oh, gee, she just trained him. Put that boy in his place. That's comical. She wants to lay down, look. And he's too close to her. Lay down, it's okay. He's being chill now. Look at him. He just wants to be by you. Look, he just wants to be by her. Aw, that's sweet. Stop crying. He's a nice boy. Look at the beautiful tree right there. The sun coming in. Isn't that so tropically gorgeous? Hold on. Let me see what some of these comments say here. Gordo. Oh, wait. Oh, wait. There's some messages here. Graham says, haha. Teflon Mike says, what's New Year's Eve like out there? Parties and celebrations? Oh, my gosh. They're pretty good. You should really connect with Gregory from Flip Flop. He's always planning something when it comes to a special occasion. Like, for instance, there's a Halloween special coming up. And I think, well, it's October 31st, and I think there's also something for Thanksgiving. You guys have a different Thanksgiving in America than we have here in Canada. Our Thanksgiving has already passed in Canada. You guys have Thanksgiving in November, and I'm pretty sure there's something planned. There's always something going on, but Teflon Mike, if you want to really know what's going on during that time, contact Gregory from Flip Flop, Mr. Flip Flop channel. Any of you guys can just contact him during one of his live to airs, and he'll give you all the information that you need to know. And I'm pretty sure that he will have a lot of information about New Year's, like, and also Super Bowl, you know, all that stuff. Noche? Let me see here. Graham says, you will only be 25 twice. 3 times. I'm going to live till 75 maybe, right? Maybe I'll live to 100 and I'll be 25 4 times. Jay Smith, enjoy whatever you do. Life is a party. You look great. Oh, thank you, Jay Smith. Jesse Shorts, no more curfew. No more curfew. No more toque de queda. Toque de queda. As of the 11th of October. Totally done. Franklin NJ, he's Dominican. Tigre, playboy. He is Dominican. So ella is Dominicana. Gordo, Thanksgiving is this weekend, Canada. Oh, it's this weekend in Canada. Ooh, happy Thanksgiving, Canada. Happy Thanksgiving. I thought it already passed. Oh, you know why I thought it already passed? Because a client of mine who's going to be renting in Casa Linda had dinner early last week with her husband because he had to go back out east to work. That's it. Okay, so happy Thanksgiving. That's so awesome to know. I don't follow Thanksgiving. Never did, even in Canada. I don't really do it, but I do give thanks to God every single day. And I do my Thanksgiving dinner with my family. And, and also, you guys might want to do this with your family as well. When I was home in Canada, home, not home any longer, home's here. But when I used to live in Canada, I used to invite my sisters and their children and my mom and my stepdad to my place, and we would all get a pumpkin and we would have pumpkin carving contests. So for instance, I have two children. They're grown adults now. My daughter's in her early 30s. My son is in his late 20s. But my sisters, they're like 6 years younger than me and 8 years younger than me, right? So they had younger children, and everyone would come on over to Auntie Cerise's house, and everyone would bring a pumpkin. So my sister Autumn would bring a pumpkin, Darla would bring a pumpkin, my mom and stepdad would bring their own pumpkin, and I would do all the cooking, and it would be fun. And then we would just put up the pumpkins on Facebook, and we would let Facebook vote for the best looking pumpkin. Now, we wouldn't say who the pumpkin was from. We would just name them 1, 2, 3, and 4, like pumpkins, and people would vote. My sister Autumn won every single year. She's a Libra. She's an artist. She loves drawing, and her pumpkins always kick butt. Ours always looked like a mouth gouging open. It was cute. My son would help. My daughter would help. I'm more of a philosophical type of person as opposed to good with art. I can draw a really good dog, but yeah, it's good. So if you guys have children or you guys are family people, do stuff like that. That's always fun. Facebook loves to judge, literally. So you put them on Facebook. If I had to say I miss anything in Canada, it would be the family interaction. But I still have that due to social media. And, I don't talk to any of my family on WhatsApp except for my son and my daughter. I speak to most of my family via Facebook, and that's it. And it's pretty much just that. Like, I enjoy social media, and I enjoy being here, but I have really collected a lot of people in my life here who are like family, and a lot of people here who I can actually say is like my family. No, hey, leave her alone. No, she's laying down now, and he's smelling her. Lay down beside her. So yeah, I don't really miss anything about Canada. A snowstorm on my birthday. That's about it. And only because it's so quiet, and I would be living downtown Toronto, and my snowstorm would be like, just a day of peace. So I really love that a lot. Let's see here. Any questions? Franklin, no, we got that. Thanksgiving this weekend. Gordo, see above messages. Okay. Benjamin says, excuse me, Cerise, I never got your reply on your heritage. I'm working and listening at the same time. I did reply. My heritage, my heritage is black, white, and native, just to put it simply, because I already gave the whole history on my family when you asked the question. So yes, you're right, mulata. And proud mulata. And, Canada has a lot of deep heritage when it comes to like the Underground Railroad, and when it comes to black slaves in Nova Scotia primarily. And that's where my family is from. So just now, when I saw Laura off the grid, Nova Scotia, on here, I'm like, oh, Nova Scotia. So yeah, Nova Scotia is a pretty cool place to go. Oh my gosh, it's so gorgeous. For those of you who want to visit Canada, definitely go to Nova Scotia. If I, had to, for some reason, go back to Canada and live, I would prefer to live near the water like how I do here and in a small town. I never ever lived in a small town before here. I've always lived downtown Toronto and, lived a very city slicker lifestyle, always wearing high heels, always, the best expensive stuff possible. And, when I came here, I still like very nice things, but Gucci purses are not my first. They don't motivate me any longer. Louis Vuitton, those things do nothing for me at all. I think now I can just go to one of these La Pugas here, secondhand store, buy myself a Michael Kors purse for like 400 pesos, and I'm excited. A Michael Kors purse, because a lot of the now this is for some of you who want to start a La Puga, a secondhand store here. Those are pretty good. Those are pretty big here because foreigners leave, and they leave a lot of good products, right? And you could start a whole secondhand store. And if you are a person that doesn't mind secondhand things and you need a new purse or something, the secondhand stores are like how they were in Canada many years ago, before, what's that place called? Value Village figured out the value of haute couture. I remember I could go into Value Village and I could get a Louis Vuitton purse for 500 pesos, like $10. Now you go in there and they auction off the purses because they're aware that they're authentic. Everyone has a hustle, right? Mulata is European and African roots, I think. And comprar ventra. Yes, it means buy and sell. Comprar and ventra. Buy and sell. I think that would be a good business here. They used to have a La Puga here. They're tearing it down now and they're building buildings there on that spot, just to let you guys know. But yeah, it is mixed with black and white. People back in Canada, back many, many years ago, used to call half breed. It was like a word, half breed, and it meant like native and white or native and black. And they used to say half breed. I'm not offended by that terminology at all. I'm not offended by a lot of things. I think life is too short to become offended by someone else's opinion or someone else's thoughts or someone else's beliefs. If you're not hurting anyone or anything like that and you have a certain terminology, then use it. Except for the clear ignorances, like the N word. I don't tolerate that at all, no matter who's using it. Like there's this one Dominican guy here who uses it constantly, thinking that he's being, cool. He's like, hey, my N, right, my N, all the time. And I'm like, listen, brah, come on. It's not a polite word to use, and but he'll only say it to the brothers. And, it's almost like, no, I don't know. But again, that's just the one word. And then the C word, not COVID, but the CU word. That one is, I think, very bad. And so those ones I just kind of, they leave a bad taste in my mouth. But I don't want to dictate to people what they should say or how they should act. Just like the guy just now that told me I was fat. I'm like, dude, if you were here on the street right now, I wonder if you'd be a man that half the women here would want. But maybe he read my Facebook post today. You guys, I went on Facebook today and they're saying it is Fat International Day. And I was like, what? And there was all types of women posing with bikinis on saying that they celebrate their fat. And I'm like, no, we can't do that. That's obesity. You can love yourself, but there's nothing more beautiful than fixing oneself. Nothing more beautiful than recognizing that something is out of control and you're going to get it in control. That is what we should celebrate. Self, you know, I don't know, fixing oneself, self advancement. Like that, wow, I love that. I don't care if someone is 500 pounds. If I see them celebrating their weight, I'm going to be like, why? But if I see them like jogging down the street and they can hardly breathe, I'm praying for them as they're running. Even if they're just doing a speed walk, I'm praying for them so much in my heart. And they're inspiring me so much in my mind, where I'm like, oh, please, God, let them lose double weight. Like, because they're doing something for themselves. But to pose and say, I'm happy to be fat, I can't grasp that concept. Sorry, grasp that concept. I just can't, because that is almost like abuse, right? It's like abuse to oneself. I don't like feeling uncomfortable. If that increases insecurities and bad health, it's almost like celebrating being an alcoholic. Oh, today's alcoholic day. Like, who's gonna do that? It doesn't even make sense. Most of us would be like, you're down on the ground, you're falling. Why would you be celebrating like alcoholism? You know what I'm saying? That's how I see obesity. There is absolutely no difference in my mind, right? It's just that there's a clear issue somewhere. And I'm calling myself out as well, because I have to lose at least 30 pounds. I just stood up and showed you guys my body shape. I'm not happy with it. If you guys look on my Facebook and you guys go through my profile pics, you will see how I looked just 5 years ago. And I was like 30 pounds thinner. And I mean, for many years, I was 100 pounds overweight after I had my daughter. I was a teenager when I had my daughter. I was 17 years old. And my body went haywire. It just went out of whack because it wasn't expecting to be pregnant, I think, And I gained 100 pounds during my pregnancy. And it took me months to take it off. 6 years later, I got pregnant again with my son and gained 80 pounds. It just, bam, came on. And I looked at it, honestly, it didn't just come on. I looked at it as a way that, oh, I'm eating for two. Ignorance, just pure ignorance. And then, I don't know, after my son was born, I was like, no, I need to take care of my body for my children. And I did. I worked out all the time. I lost that weight. I gained a lot of confidence, and there was nothing like losing that weight and gaining confidence. It was, and the respect that I gained as well for myself. Of course, from other people too, but the respect that I gained for myself was amazing. And I even wrote a book during that time that I still have. It was 60 pages that I wrote, but I never did anything with it. And I don't think I will either right now, because times have changed and diets have changed and calorie counting is not even a thing any longer. Calorie counting was back then. My son's 26, so that means that I was like doing the calorie counting to lose the weight back then. And so I mean, time has passed now and things change, and I'm almost 50, and I allowed myself to get out of control by lack of exercise. And the insecurities kick back in and stuff like that. So we are aware of our weight when we are obese. And, obesity is, I think, any more 20 pounds or more. And, so I feel you guys, those of you who don't know if you can fit in a chair, those of you who feel like you're going to break this plastic beach chairs down at the beach, those of you who prefer to stand up because you don't want to sit down on a plastic chair, it is a real inner pain to be obese. And so to celebrate that is celebrating a lack of love for oneself, and so to see women on the internet celebrating their obesity, I understand the mental concept behind. I understand why they're doing it. They're saying, I accept me for who I am. But no, if you don't have a medical condition and you're just overweight because you don't want to work out and you are not interested in losing weight, then you are teaching a generation of children under you to do the same thing. And we can't do that in this society. No, gracias, amor. And we can't do that in this society, you know? It's equal as having an addiction. We don't celebrate alcoholism. We don't celebrate drugs. We don't celebrate that. So why are we celebrating obesity? I had an ex-boyfriend who was very much into exercising back in the day, very much like how my dad was. My dad was a Rasta when I was growing up, a Rastafarian, not just dreadlocks, but a Rastafarian. So that meant he watched everything that he ate and he exercised a lot. It was a whole lifestyle. And so, you know, my ex said to me one time, he's like, you know, Cerise, weight loss is very important. And our society doesn't realize it. Our society reinforces gaining weight, you know, because there's so much money in the plus clothing industry, so much money in the diet industry, so much money in the fast food industry. And this is what he said to me. He's like, imagine this. Imagine we go through the food court, right? And at one table, there's a family of like really heavy people. And they have a whole bunch of burgers on the table. And they're just packing them back. Food after food after food, packing it back. He says, what is the difference between that and then the next table, a family doing drugs together? He's like, what is the difference? And really, there is no difference because food is a drug, right? So at the end of the day, I do have an issue with being overweight for that reason. And the fact that I know it's unhealthy for us and we shouldn't celebrate gluttony. It is one of the major sins. And I think that we can all do a lot better with our health. I think we can all do a lot better with just putting in one step every day. And again, as they're saying, like, I'm calling myself out on it. But I'm just being honest, really honest as I can be. And I do know I need to do a lot more in order to get myself into shape. And surgery I was supposed to get this surgery done 2 years ago. I've been talking about this surgery for a while. And I just been putting it off just because, you know, one doctor said to me, don't lose any weight. You have enough weight where I can take the fat out of one area and put it in another area. Like, you know, fat on my hips and on my back. He can make my breasts, give me a nice breast lift. But I'm happy with my breasts. You know, they're big size right now as it is, right? Breast lift? I don't know. I don't think my breasts are too low anyway. When I feel good with my breasts. But once I lose weight, my breasts are going to lose weight too. And so anyway, the doctor said to me, don't lose any weight, just come in for surgery and I can suck it out of one area and put it in another. And I'm like, I don't know. I'm still, hola amor, ¿cómo estás? Sí, bien. So, you know, we never know, but I'm just saying, aside from surgeries, aside from, you know, whatever, don't celebrate abusing yourself. You know, you can take photos of yourself in a bikini and put it online if you're obese. That's totally fine. Love yourself. But while you're in the process of loving yourself more and, you know, getting yourself to a position of health for your children, for your family, you know, being overweight is a very dangerous thing. We're playing with our health when we don't recognize what weight does to people. Lisa, you are beautiful as you are. Thank you. Mama J, you're blessed. Aw, thank you, ladies. Thank you. Cheers. Thank you so much. I'm happy. You know, I'm happy with my weight, and I'm just not content with being overweight. Even though I know that I'm not like, you know, unsightly type of thing. You know, I mean, I'm a okay size for my height. I'm 5'9". So, you know, I hold my weight well. But all I'm saying is that I feel that weight control is a very important thing. So with this being said, and with my post that I put on Facebook today, I know that there were a few people that want to go in on me for that post, because sometimes I'll post things on Facebook that are like controversial and people will come at me with their opinions, and I'm like a keyboard warrior. I get right back at them with my opinion, and I love that, right? It's just for a little bit of fun. It's witty. It helps your mind move and everything, you know. But today, when I was posting, my only concern was hurting people's feelings, because I was like, I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings. Some people that have medical conditions because they're taking medications that's causing them to gain weight, there's nothing that they can do about that. All they have to do is, kind of deal with it as best they can. And so I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about people like myself who we know we're overweight. We know, no, Jane, no, Ben, we know we're overweight, and we know what we need to do in order to lose the weight. And we bought all the books. You know, we know what to do. I don't need to get any more into it. All I'm saying is I'm going to be starting something for people, because I do have to start taking things a lot more seriously in regards to my health. Turning 50, I don't want to be a chub rock. Like, I really don't. Being here with some of the ladies too, they're very inspiring. Their bodies are on point, and I'm not talking about the 25-year-olds and everything. I mean, my body was fit right up until 5 years ago. And I was 45. I look quite good for my age. So I'm not talking about trying to be younger, right? What I'm saying is just trying to preserve life as best you can as you age, as you mature, so you don't create health problems for yourself. A lot of health problems are caused from being overweight. Blood pressure, back aches, bones, like there's just so many aches and pains that people get from being overweight. So I do want to do something. I don't know if I want to do it on YouTube or Facebook or Instagram. Knowing me, I'll probably just promote it everywhere. But I do want to do something in order to help people like myself. I really do. And some people, my family, there's a lot of obesity. So it is in my family. This is not just like me. In my family, there's a lot of obesity. And what happens when you gain weight, and those of you who haven't had children yet and you're thinking about having children, your children can get your DNA, right? So put it this way, you can never lose fat cells, ever. You gain fat cells, your cells multiply. Once they multiply, they don't decrease, they shrink. So let me put it like this, you gain weight, you get really big, and then, your fat cells multiply and they open up, they get swollen. When you lose weight, the fat cells decrease in size, but not in numbers. Those cells are passed on to your children through DNA, and obesity becomes part of your DNA. So you want to be careful, because if you are overweight and you are uncomfortable with it, trying to put on your shoes, trying to put on your clothes, you have to sit on your bed to put your socks on, put your shoes on, you have to sit down, you can't, stand up and put your jeans on. That's how I know when I'm losing weight. When I can just, stand up and put my shoes on and not have to sit down or hold on to a wall, right? You guys know what I'm talking about. Those of you who are overweight or have been overweight and lost it, it just feels so good to just like slip your pants on, So I did lose 5 pounds recently, and I'm back at that, being able to just slip my pants on without sitting on a bed or holding on to a wall. And 5 pounds does make a big difference between being able to do something and not being able to bend over and tie your shoe, or maybe even curling your feet up as you sit in a chair, putting your feet up to your knees. Putting your knees up to your chin and watching TV, or just having a good conversation with someone. I miss that. I like that. I like putting my legs up a lot because I'm tall. Hola. I like putting my legs up a lot because I'm tall, especially in the seats where I'm at right now. And it always feels good to be able to sit comfortably, cross my legs. I'm a leg crosser. And when you gain weight and your legs are too big, you can't cross your legs, right? You women know that. And it just feels increasingly uncomfortable. And I am not one that can become comfortable with fat. I'm just not. So enough about that, guys. I'm sorry if I am offending any of you or giving you guys a different opinion about me. It's not that I'm putting down overweight people. I'm overweight. I'm just saying we should not have a day of celebration for this. Like, it's self-abuse. And when we're not taking care of ourselves, we're abusing ourselves, right? So we shouldn't have a day to celebrate fat. That's gluttony. And none of us should be like, oh my gosh, I'm so happy for that. In my Facebook post, I wrote, if someone is very obese and they were offered a pill to lose half of their fat within 3 weeks with no side effects, who's going to say no to that? And I put, the people that will say no to losing weight are people who are in it for business. You know, those women that are really overweight and they send fat pics to people on like fans only and stuff that have fetishes for women that are overweight, right? I could see that. And I could see that. Listen, if a girl is overweight and she's learned to make money with it and she can't lose weight because it's her business, it's her bread and her butter, all the power to her. Eat up, girl. Enjoy your meal. Right? Because business is business and I love business. I get it. I get it if there's a reason behind it. Someone's gaining weight for a movie role. I get it. Do your thing. Make your money. But if someone is just gaining weight because they don't have control and then they're celebrating that lack of control, that's when I question our society. And I think, how does that even make sense? Right? Let's get back to toque de queda. Let's get back, because now I'm just preaching. And I'm preaching to the choir, because a lot of you guys already know this yourself. LJ, hola, how are you doing? Sylvain, I think you're a pretty hot chick. Thank you. Graham Hughes, fried cheese and salami is an artery clogger. Ooh, I don't eat the salami, but I had fried cheese today. Here I am talking about all that. Having to make a funny noise to tie your shoelaces. Yes, I know, right? It's a liberal snowflake idea. And then, what does that say? BioBlock, Abdullah? By 6 block? You are a beautiful big bone woman. Remember that from back in the day? Big bone? Joseph Brown, Franklin, New Jersey, hit me up. New Jersey in the house. And I am a big boned woman, but with a little bit more meat on me than what I need. You know, I am big bone. I'm a tall woman. I'm 5'9". A lot of people see me in person and they're like, oh my gosh, Cerise, I didn't realize you were so tall. And I am tall. But, and I think here on camera, right here, I always look, I think, a lot bigger than what I look in person. But in person, I am thick. So we'll just keep it at that. If you're looking to lose weight and you're looking for some inspiration and support, and you agree with me that it should not be celebrated to harm ourselves, but we should, you know, celebrate fixing ourselves no matter what it is, especially losing weight, then, you know, hit me up. I'm going to be starting a group, a support group for all of us, because, you know, I mean, there are times where I have woken up first thing in the morning, I feel my fat and I'm like, oh my gosh, I got to lose this, you know, and it's the first thing on my mind. Not lately, because I lost 5 pounds, but yeah, like for the last 3 years, because that's when I really did put it on. The camera adds a few pounds. Yes, it does. You're so right, Graham. Douglas Anderson at Cerise Fairfax. ¿Cómo estás, mi amor? Mi amiga. Todo bien, amigo. Todo bien. Yo estoy in Cheers Bar. I had a meeting today with Gustavo. And now I'm going to head out soon. I just wanted to start this video to let everyone know about Toque de Queda being over on Monday, October 11th. No more curfew. So for those of you who are looking to come on down here and, you know, enjoy yourself and just, you know, just live and be happy, then I would encourage you to start booking your flight, because now is a good time to do that. And I would say, come on into Sosua. A lot of people want Cabarete, a lot of people want Santo Domingo and Santiago and everything else, but come visit us in Sosua as well. A lot of us vloggers are here, and we look forward to you guys coming and, you know, meeting up with us at karaoke or having a bite to eat somewhere. So come on in and visit us here. I just want to tell you guys that if you're looking for an apartment, give me a shout. If you're looking to buy something, whether it's for an income property or for you to retire, give me a shout. There is a lot going on right now, and I'm excited to share it all with you. Alrighty, before I let you guys go, I just want to say huge, huge hugs, loads of love. Noche is still crying for that man every single time he comes to her. She's just like, whatever. And then she cries for him to come back. I guess we're like that in society, right? Cry for what we don't have, and when we have it, we don't appreciate it. All right, guys. I love you. Give me a shout. You can email me. My name is Cerise Fairfax, and it's the same spelling as my YouTube channel here. And also, you can give me a shout on WhatsApp. My number is 829-702-7726. Take care, everyone. Take care. Really take care. Celebrate yourself today. Be happy with who you are. Absolutely. But don't celebrate not doing better. Okay? Celebrate you and who you are and making yourself a lot better in life. Take care, everyone. Mwah. Huge hugs, loads of love, big blesses. Noche?